Hey everyone, hello, hello. So today we're diving into the chilling story of TK Elijah, professionally known as Little Tony. His encounter wasn't just strange, it was terrifying. A moment during what should have been a routine mountain photo shoot turned into a life altering experience that he believes was a direct spiritual warning, pushing him towards faith in God. Little Tony recalls the day vividly. He was on set for a photo shoot in the mountains, a peaceful, scenic location that should have felt safe. But what unfolded would haunt him forever. According to Little Tony, as he interacted with the crew, conversation began surfacing about demonic rituals, selling souls for fame and fortune, and whispers of how success in the industry comes at a cost that most people just aren't willing to pay. And then something unexplainable happened. He says that in the middle of a casual conversation, he looked at the man's face and it shifted. The man's features contorted, his eyes darkened, and in that moment, Little Tony swears he saw him transform into a demonic figure. It wasn't a trick of the light, it wasn't his imagination. He describes it as a warning, a spiritual glimpse into the reality behind the temptations of fame. And that image shook him to his core. But the supernatural vision wasn't the only disturbing part of that day. Little Tony also claims that he was approached with an offer, a promise of success, recognition, and wealth, if only he would be willing to compromise himself through sexual acts and align with forces he believes were not of God. It was a crossroads moment. On one side, the path to instant success and worldly gain. On the other side, his integrity, his soul, and his faith. Little Tony chose to walk away. And he says that decision is what saved his life and his spirit.
Wait, you had an encounter with the devil?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that. Can you
They booked me for a photo shoot. This is what made me start getting into God right before I got locked up again.
Yeah.
This is how I knew God was talking to me, though. I was straddling the fence still on belief. This is why I was telling you I didn't know what to believe because I was getting into all the spirituality. I ain't know what to believe. And God sent me a real encounter, so I went up. I got booked for a photo shoot. They took me all the way up this mountain. I was on top of the mountain. We finished the photo shoot. They have OD cars. They got a 3-seater McLaren. They got a Ferrari. And I'm asking them, how y'all get all this money? How y'all do this? They we do demonic rituals. I'm laughing. No, you don't, bro. I'm how you get this money? Don't put me on. I'm trying to get like y'all. Nah, we do demonic rituals. I say, so what type of demonic ritual? He say, the Illuminati never talk to you. I'm laughing. I'm still laughing at him bro, you playing a game. Why y'all playing with me? Stop playing. How y'all getting this money? He bro, no, for real. Leonardo DiCaprio do all the initiation. I'm what? I'm who is that? What is you talking about, gang? He was he giving me a list of people who all did it. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. He was basically saying either you let them peg you or you do oral and you'll get whatever you want. Tell them what you want. If you want to be the next big actress, next big whoever, I can take you to somebody. And all you gotta let them do is just do what they want to do to you. Just for a night. Basically do some gay. That's what he was telling me. I'm hell no, you playing, gang. You playing. So I'm still not trying to believe this. And he this when they get to laughing, they oh, we need to take him to the booty club. I'm man, stop playing with me, bro. He bro, I can make it happen. Now, while they doing all this, I'm trying to call my Uber. We on top of the mountain, though. So I don't got no service. So I'm like, all right, I see which one needs to work on me. They take off. The people who book me, they take off. Like I tell them, I'm like, all right, y'all can take me to y'all Korean barbecue. I'm telling them this because they was telling me, they was like, when I start calling my Uber, my flight was finna take off. So they was like, man, your flight finna take off anyway. Let us just get you a hotel and you can come get some food at our Korean barbecue. I'm like, at first I was like, nah. But then I ain't had no service to get downstairs. Get down the hill.
Right.
So I'm telling them, take me down to the bottom of the mountain. When I'm not telling them this, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna let them take me to the Korean barbecue. Then when we get down there, I'm gonna just call me an Uber and go. So I tell them, like, take me down to the Korean barbecue. They're like, okay, Shmoo, good, okay, boom. The people who booked me left. After they leave, I'm in the car with the other dude that they called up to have a photo shoot with me or take pictures, because he come up and he like to take pictures with celebrities to make him look like he was rich or famous. I get in the car with him in the 3-seater McLaren. This man, as we going down, see, on the way up, we go all the way up, like in the swivel, like all the way around the mountain.
Yeah.
On the way down, we take a right. So he not going the same way that we came up. So I'm like, what the hell? So then that's what I try. I'm like, okay. I'm like, take me to go get some McDonald's, gang. I'm like, Shmoo, I want to go get some McDonald's. He said, we not going to take you to get no McDonald's. We spent all this money to get you up here. This face change, gang. In front of me. You see Venom? Like,
Yeah. Like
Spider-Man?
Yeah, from Spider-Man.
Kind of like that. It wasn't like OD, like long, like the veins OD long got his face. It was probably about this wide. Like, face change. I'm like, what the? Like, it's probably about like right here. Like, all I can say, bro, it was like, kind of like the Sandman. Like how you'll see somebody morph into something.
Yeah.
It's like that. It threw me all the way out.
Now, Little Tony's story may sound extreme, but honestly, it's far from isolated. Time and time again, we've heard celebrities openly admit that they've faced temptations from the darker side of fame. Take Bob Dylan, for instance. In a rare interview, Dylan admitted that his career was tied to what he called a bargain with the chief commander of this world and the one we can't see. That chilling confession has long fueled speculation that he wasn't just speking metaphorically.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
And then there's Katy Perry, who has spoken openly about how, as a young Christian singer, she once prayed to God to become famous, but later admitted that she sold her soul to the devil in order to break into the industry. She said this more than once, and whether she meant it literally or figuratively, it struck a nerve with fans who saw it as a warning.
But didn't you release a CD like almost 10 years ago? I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
And of course, Kanye West has talked about this openly in live performances. He's rapped about how record labels push satanic influences. And in interviews, he said they be throwing contracts at me to sell my soul. He's even admitted that at one point he gave into the industry's darker side. But Later, he turned to God, becoming outspoken about faith.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
These are not random conspiracies. These are admissions from the mouths of the artists themselves. What little Tony experienced on that mountain and what these other celebrities have alluded to points to a harsh truth. The devil offers shortcuts, but those shortcuts come with strings attached. Sure, the fame and the fortune may look glamorous from the outside, but too often it leads to addiction, mental breakdowns, broken families, and even untimely deaths. The promises of the devil are always temporary, and they're never worth it at the cost of your soul. I've done videos on Faustian bargains. I'll put the link in the comment section below so that you can watch them if you so choose. Now, for little Tony, that mountain photo shoot wasn't just creepy, it was transformative. He took it as a direct sign from God, a warning that he was standing on dangerous ground. That moment pushed him to strengthen his relationship with God, to turn away from the industry's darkest offers, and to embrace a path of faith and authenticity. Sometimes it takes a terrifying experience to open our eyes. For little Tony, it was seeing the devil face to face. For others, it may be the quiet conviction in our spirit. Either way, these experiences remind us success is fleeting, but your soul, that's eternal. Little Tony's story is more than just a chilling encounter. It's a cautionary tale. Fame, fortune, and recognition may tempt many, but not all opportunities come from the right place. As Bob Dylan, Katy Perry, and Kanye West have reminded us in their own ways, not every open door is meant to be walked through. So yeah, thank you for joining me on today's video. If you found this story interesting, share it with a friend. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember, the unseen world is often closer than we think. Until next time, stay aware, stay discerning, and never forget your soul is priceless. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.